Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the Altcoin Show, coming at you daily from the great state of Florida. One hell of a drug. And I do want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to answer the question, what is the altcoin that has just made history? See if you can guess, and in a few minutes we're going to reveal what that altcoin is and how it has just made history. Let's see if you are going to be correct. I bet you that many of you will not be correct and will not get this answer right. So in your minds, just think of what you think it is, and let's see in a minute if that ends up being what you guessed. And I want to know how many of you guessed what altcoin I'm about to reveal. I want to know in the comments if you guessed it. If you didn't guess this altcoin, I want to know what your other guesses were. I'd love to know. Okay, before we do all of that, of course, if you're a new watcher, a new subscriber to the channel, welcome. And if you have been with us from the beginning, you know what I'm about to say next. Smash the like button. This helps get this gets this channel out to more people and does help to support the channel. I do appreciate all the kind words that those of you who took the time to leave and those who do that. I do really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I do read and respond to each and every single one of those. And of course, the questions that get left in the comment section also I do respond to every single one of those. So thank you, all of those who take the time to do that, and all the wonderful Thanksgiving wishes. For me, one of the things that I am most thankful for, this amazing community that we have here. You are so important to me, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. Okay, so also as well, just before we get into, I want to let you know that a lot of resources are below in the description of this video. And the top one is the Discord. And I don't want to let anyone go without knowing of the incredible and amazing people that we have in this Discord, amazing team of traders. If you're not part of a community, this is the most amazing Discord that I've been part of, and the links are below in the description. You might have to click the more button, and then that will drop down, and you will see there's a couple of links there to get signed up with the Stocks with Josh Discord. I am in the crypto channel. I'm also a crown trader in there as well. And this is where you can get direct access to ask me questions, talk, engage. I share trades in there. Obviously, this video will finish and it'll be another 24 hours before I'm able to put out another video. And there is so much education and resources in there. And so don't miss out. Don't delay. Below in the link, and a bunch of other resources are below in the description as well. So check that out. Okay, I'm about to do the big reveal. And for those of you who guessed Ethereum, you would have been correct. For those people who didn't guess Ethereum, well, try again next time. But spot ETH ETFs saw larger daily net inflows than spot Bitcoin ETFs for the first time ever. So ETH just made history. Is TradFi starting to accumulate Ethereum? And as we jump into this chart here, a friendly reminder, in the last cycle when Bitcoin broke out to new all-time highs, ETH was lagging, still 140% away from its own all-time high, eventually caught up, outperforming and delivering a 700% return. And then finally here, before we jump into the ETH chart, ETH is looking premier right now. Seasonally speaking, the best time to hold ETH is December through April, following a Bitcoin halving. Friendly reminder for those who don't trade ETH very often, it happens quickly and usually doesn't give many great opportunities to enter. And this is one of the things that happened. What I sold my ETH around August, just before the big dump. I sold all of it for 3,400. I originally bought it for the low, I think somewhere between 1,100 and 1,700, somewhere in that range. And I sold a big bunch of it around 4,000 and a little bit more at 39 and 37. And then I just pulled the plug and sold all of it at 3,400. And I shared this, and people were kind of astonished with that. And I rolled that into Sui, and I rolled that into Potenza Tau, and a few other altcoins that then went and did 300% and 400%. Well, of course, later on, as people saw these moves and saw what I'd done, came and asked the question, should I sell my Ethereum and put it in Sui? Should I put it in Tau? And the answer to that question I had was absolutely not. I even gave the trade on this YouTube channel and in the Discord when Ethereum bottomed out at 2,300, that there was an entry there, because I do not advocate selling coins at their bottoms and then putting it into coins that have already done 300 or 400%. We buy big red candles here at Tribal Trades, and we sell the big green candles. This is not financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? And so that was what the advice that I had given. And we're still in this ETH trade from 2,300. Now it hit all the way up to 3,700. How far can it go? It could go all the way. It's also breaking out of a cup and handle formation, which I believe the technical target to the top is around somewhere around, is it 4,500 or 5,400? I get those numbers mixed up, but we'll certainly bring the charts up in just a moment. So therefore that I was looking, and look, when was the time to be in ETH? The time to be in ETH was either at the bottom of the bear market as it transitioned to the bull market and went on a little bit of a run there. But then when we come to the reaccumulation period, that's the time to be out of ETH and out of a lot of these altcoins and into Bitcoin or into cash, and then you reaccumulate during that time. But generally speaking, a lot of these like Ethereum, a lot of the legacy coins, the time to hold them was not for 3 years straight while they went continually down. The time to hold them as we come into alt season. You want to be out of those alts. You don't want to be in those altcoins from the top of the bull run to we are a big chunk through this bull market that started in January 2023. Those were not the coins to be in. And a lot of people are like, yeah, I told you, the ETH was the trade. Yeah, but what were the opportunities that you missed when you could have had that ETH money and other altcoins that pumped up? And who could have told you this, okay? You could have learned this from what I had done and what I had traded. Had been a very successful trade, and then pivot into these legacy coins, around this November time, around the time of the election time. That would have been the time to start to pivot into some of these older coins, into Ethereum, etc., when I gave this trade with Ethereum at 2,300. And so let's look at, for example, the ETH charts. This is when I gave the trade here. This was a no-brainer. This is a bear market support line. So if you want to know where to buy Bitcoin in the bear market, the 200 weekly moving average is the bear market support line, okay? The 200 EMA on the daily is the bull market support line, in my opinion. And so this is also a good time to collect there where it broke above there. Now, where are we looking at now? We've come down here to the Tribal Trades trend line. Strikes again. Oh my goodness, it struck again over here and provided some support here. It came through here. It provided some resistance. We broke under it. We broke above it. The Tribal Trades trend line. In there, I've got all the Fibonacci levels as well. I've got lines going everywhere, but they work, and that's the main thing. And so as we come back up, what we found as resistance? Again, the Fibonacci's levels that I gave in the cheat sheet. And the cheat sheet shows the levels there, 3670. The next level there is 3950. And then straight after that is 4100. Because they are so close, I put them together. And then I do expect this 54 target to get tagged to the upside. Okay, now, of course, I don't want to be caught with ETH at the top of the bull market and have to hold it again for 3 more years. It's tough. But this is why I have encouraged that I dollar cost average on the way up, and I get out of the coins on the way up, taking profits. Usually my first profit is 300 to 500% on my hodl bags, but if you're swing trading ETH, you're getting out level to level. So for this trade here, the time to get out was here because there was rejection. And so you get out of the trade at 3670. But then you go, well, I'm out of the trade. What happens if it keeps pumping? Great. You get back in the trade exactly where you got out of it. And you can actually have opportunities to buy it back lower if we come down to some of these lower levels and retest some of these lower levels here. I'm not sure if we're going to come down all the way to, that would be some correction down to 29.50 50 from here, but that the 200 EMA. We are going to come down on all these altcoins. We are going to retest at some point the 50-day moving average. That's going to be the re-entry for a lot of these altcoins as we see, and we've already seen some of them retest. I gave you the Potenza Tau trade at $535 the other day, and that was at the 50-day moving average. If you haven't watched the video, the trade, the 200 EMA, this is the way that talks about my 200 EMA and 50-day moving average strategy and how it's worked brilliantly. I gave you 4 coins that were either retesting their 50-day moving average or 200 EMA, and they all have taken off like a rocket ship since I gave those trades. Maybe not Casper has been a little bitty rocket ship. It's trying to get up there, but I believe that it will prove me right and eventually take off, or the rocket ship might just need a little bit of a boost to get up there into space. The other 3, HNT and Potenza Tau and Fetch, have all gone and made great gains. If you got in those trades when I gave it, I originally gave them in the Discord, as I gave the Sonic trade in the Discord, which went from 2 cents to almost 9 cents. That's the place to be to get those instant trades. Also, you can follow me on X. There is a link for my X handle below, and I do share updates on there periodically and more frequently than I'm able to here on YouTube, of course. Okay, so what do we got here? So if this now breaks above, retest as support, then I get back in the Ethereum trade here. Super simple. Until then, I can, if I want to, I can actually try and front run it. If I do believe it's going to 5,400, which I do believe that it's going to get to, at least in this bull run, then I would look to front run it and say, I'm going to look at buying back my Ethereum here. I'm going to buy a little bit more here. I'm going to buy a little bit more here. And we do have EMA support here from the ribbons. And then we have the buy order block and have some layers it down. And if for some reason I haven't rebought back all the Ethereum that I want, then I would buy the rest of it back as we break and retest above this 3070 level that is here. And that's how easy you can trade it. And if it breaks above, and I will always switch to like the 15-minute or the 5-minute time frame, depends on your patience level, and that is where that I look to see for a retest on that. You can certainly wait for the hour or a 4-hour candle, but sometimes by the time that closes, it's too late and it's gone because it already retested on the 15-minute or the hour. It just depends what your risk level is like. You can see as we came in, we came up, we came back, and we failed the retest here, okay? We failed the retest on that, and so let me get rid of that just so we can see that a little bit easier. So we came back and we failed that retest and we broken below. And if we come down, look, and going down to the smaller time frames, you can also see these little EMAs. You think, oh, I'll get back in here. Oh, actually, there's some support here. I'll get back in here. And that's why sometimes you go, oh, why didn't it come down to the Fibonacci level? I had an order there and it stopped here. That's because there was the 200 EMA on the 15-minute. You can even do it on the 5-minute time frame as well. And now you can see why it's being supported here. And so you could front run this token by getting in the trade here a little bit earlier, about 3748, and you get in the trade here. And then when you get up here, you can add more to it as it breaks and retests. But also as well, if you break down below this and then retest and reject it as resistance, you can get out of the trade here as well. But if you are using the grid trading strategy, which I shared the other day, you could also come down and just put a bunch of orders below price. You can see there's Lux Algo levels there as well. I believe that Black Friday sale is still going for Lux Algo, and you can get these order blocks, which shows you where there is going to be some support there to the downside as well. So you could put some levels in here, 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 and here, and you can actually buy back your ETH. Now, here's the thing. If you did take profits at this 3670 level, you don't always have to get completely out of the trade. You can actually stay in the trade and just take the profits off the table and then just rebuy what you sold as it goes lower. And then you're just in a better position. By the time you get back to this level, you have a little bit more Ethereum than you did before. Of course, if you sell everything at this level, you risk while you're sleeping that you miss the break and the retest and it's off the races and you go, oh no, I missed it. And if that was to happen, what do? I just said, no problem. I'll just wait until it gets to the next Fibonacci level and then look at ending the trade on a break and a retest. But that's why I do prefer in this parabolic part of the bull run and why I have the 3 different trading portfolios. I may have a HODL portfolio. So right now I'm trading Tau and I have my HODL portfolio. I haven't sold any of that yet. I'm going to be looking to sell that probably when it hits about 500 in profit, I'll look to take some profits off the table for my HODL bag, and I'll get my original capital off the table. So if I put $10,000 into TAO and the portfolio is worth 50, then I take that original 10,000 off the table, and then I let the rest run. And I've still got 80% of my coins left to run. Oh, what if it gets up to 3, 4, 5,000? Absolutely fantastic. I've got 80% of my portfolio, but I do so knowing that if there were to be some big global catastrophe, I've got my original capital off the table. And if the bull run was to finish early, I've got my original capital off the table. It's not a time to be greedy. It's a time to, I panic sell the green candles and I panic buy the red candles. And then my second portfolio is a swing trade portfolio. Go to a swing trade portfolio in TAO, and we'll actually go over to TAO as finish this up here because this was a great trade that I gave everybody on both here in the YouTube, in the Discord, and in the Twitter X here. But as you can see, I gave this trade at 535, and we have seen it skyrocket up to 636. So this has been an absolutely amazing trade. So when we got up to 636, I can take some profit off the table. Okay, but I'm not closing completely out of the swing trade, okay? When it comes back, I just buy it back lower. Therefore, when I get back to 636, I have more Potenza TAO than I did before. That's called my accumulation method. And I share this for free in my life-changing game series. You can see these on my YouTube channel, okay? And I also have those resources in the cheat sheet under the education section. And then from I have my day trading bag or my scalping bag, and really the swing trading bag is more like an accumulation bag, because some people for swing trading, they swing trading for them is in and out of trades. I call my day trading bag because usually I'm in and out of that trade in the same day. Okay, that's why I call my day trading bag. So I did take some profits for TAO and I closed completely out of the trade. I'm out of that trade. I took profits off the table on Thanksgiving for the Potenza TAO trade, but then I got back in the trade when we came back and retested the 622 level. I've got more orders down at there at 600 and 575 to get back into the trade. If we were to go down, you know, I would get back into the trade. So now I'm back in this trade actually at the moment because I got back in on a successful retest and hold of $621. And so if we go back up to 636, and if we reject there, I would get out of the trade. But if we break through and retest support, I stay in the trade, and then I assess at the next level, rinse and repeat. Obviously, if I'm sleeping, I take profit levels in there, and I can just complete the other trade, and I don't bother. Oh no, what if it keeps going up? Yeah, I got my swing bag. And so the coins that I have the biggest conviction on, I generally will have the 3 different portfolios. I always encourage having at least the 2 portfolios, the HODL and the swing or accumulation bag. That way, if you get out of something too early, you've still got your HODL bag that will keep going up, and you can always get back on a swing on a reach of a successful level of support and then get back in the trade. Remember, there's nothing wrong with buying higher and then selling even higher. I see many people, oh, I sold all my bags and it didn't come back and I've got my buy orders and it got left. Okay, well, just, you know, let's say if that was the case with Potenza TAO and you sold it at 600. Oh, now it's at 620. Okay, we'll get back in on a retest of 620 and then get out at the same level. If it breaks down below and retests and rejects the resistance, get out of the trade. And if it goes up to 636 and I'm out of the trade, I'll wait for a pullback. If a pull doesn't come, I get in. But I've always got my HODL there just in case there is some difficulty there. But there's nothing wrong with buying. There's going to be people that buy Bitcoin at 100K and sell at 110,000. You don't have to wait for these big bottoms and dips for the swing and the day trading portfolio, okay? I'm not really adding to my HODL portfolios all right now, just swing, accumulating, and I am day trading with that. So those have been some great trades. I hope you enjoyed the show today. And as always, until the next episode, which will be tomorrow, and of course, for those of you in the Discord, until I see you in there, happy trading.